Hello, my name is Alan Lowe and welcome to our third video topic, the polishing of diamonds. Our suite of videos is a compilation put together by Gem Training International, the Harry Oppenheimer Diamond Trading School and Howard Bell. An understanding of the traditional methods of polishing diamond shown in the first video is important because it's still relevant today. In the second video, we're going to cover the tools and equipment used to polish diamond in a factory environment. And finally, in the third video, we're going to introduce to you the modern computer technologies that are available to the industry for the polishing of diamond. The video you're about to watch is the first in a three-part series that will explain to you how we take the marvel of nature, a rough diamond, and transform it into the 57-faceted, glittering gem that has been revered and sought after for centuries. In recent years, the polishing of diamond has evolved from the traditional way of polishing diamond to what is today a very sophisticated, computer-driven outcome. It's always been the goal of diamond polishers to get the cleanest, the biggest, and the most valuable stone out of a particular piece of rough. However, it is not always the cleanest and the biggest stone, but it is always the one of the greatest value. I need to emphasize this fact. If the evaluation and the judgment of the rough diamond is not done correctly, by that I mean accurately judging the weight recovery, the color, the clarity, and the shape of the diamond, no human skill by itself or combined with computer-generated technology will turn an overpriced diamond or parcel of diamonds into a profitable one. Only diamond will polish diamond, which means that in all the processes, diamond powder is used. Diamond powder itself is diamond which has been ground down to a very, very fine powder. It is then applied, for instance, to the saw blade used to cut diamond, or onto the wheel, also known as a skive, where the powder is applied to the skive and is burnt in and then used to polish and facet the gem. The first stage in polishing a diamond is the planning or marking, as it is called. A rough diamond is carefully marked with black ink in preparation for the sawing process. The saw will ensure that the saw blade will follow the black saw line exactly. Why so? All the weight retention calculations rely on the diamond being sawn at a particular designated position, and failure to do so can cause weight and financial loss. Remember always that the goal is to achieve the maximum beauty and value outcome. The second stage of the polishing process is the sawing. This is the process of dividing the stone into two or more pieces. The saw blade is made of copper, which is impregnated with oil and diamond powder. Remember, only diamond can cut a diamond. The diamond is carefully set up so that the saw blade will cut through the diamond from a predetermined point and exit at the predetermined marked point on the other side. The third stage of the production is the bruting or cutting process. This process creates the basic outline of the diamond. By that I mean taking the diamond and forming the basic round shape that we need for a round brilliant cut. Initially, a lathe held the diamond to be bruted, and the second diamond was set into what is called the dropstick and held against the spinning diamond. The control of the spin and the pressure of the dropstick diamond would slowly cut away the stone in question. The automatic bruting machine was developed in the early 1980s, which made a significant difference to the trade worldwide and allowed for much more accuracy and speed of production, hence an increase in the profit margin. Stage 4, crossworking. This process is where a diamond is cut and transformed from a rough diamond into the beginnings of a 57-faceted round brilliant cut diamond. And in this process, several stages must be completed. It is during this process that the main critical facet angles are polished onto the diamond that will determine the final proportion grade. The first stage is the table facet is created, followed by the first four facets, both top and bottom, are polished onto the diamond, and according to Tarkowski, the top angle should be 34.5 degrees and the bottom angle 40.75 degrees. These angles mathematically will maximize the return of light from the diamond and give the maximum brilliance, which is what we are looking for. The 4 facets, both top and bottom, are then split and polished onto the diamond, giving you 17 facets in total. On the top, table and 8 facets, giving you 9, and the 8 facets on the bottom. The diamond will then be carefully checked, and if passed, we'll move on to the final stage of polishing, which is the brillianteering. The polishing onto the diamond of the remaining 40 facets onto the diamond, all to specific angles and sizes, giving us the international standard of 57 facets for a round brilliant cut diamond that gives the brilliance, life and scintillation that we are all actually looking for. The final stage in the process. This final check is done by a very experienced person who understands proportions, polish and symmetry, and who can determine if further work is required to maximize the value of the diamond. The successful polishing of diamond to a predicted outcome requires skill, expertise and experience, and a deep understanding of the rough diamond and the processes that must take place to arrive at the maximum outcome. There will always be a balance between technology, human skills, the type and size of the rough that will determine this balance.